aboyandhisdogs back with more Shadowgate. This is going to be our third playthrough. In our last playthrough, picked up a few more items. We captured an ice elemental spirit, survived a dragon attack by getting a shield, and so we've kind of done a circle through all the available rooms, and so we're going to kind of backtrack and see how to open up some doors. We're going to head over to the right, where there's a waterfall. Let's go ahead and go up these stairs to the source of the water. So previously we had captured an ice elemental. Let's see if we can't freeze the water to get it to stop. The temperature drops as the ice elemental escapes the orb. A blast of cold engulfs you and the spirit quickly disappears from sight. Okay, that's not what we wanted. Let's go back. So what we're trying to do is get over to the skeleton here. So let's go back and recapture that ice elemental and see if we can't freeze the water at its source right here. There you are. Alright, got that captured. And we did get a hammer. Let's see if we can't hammer through that ice. Previously we tried to do it with our fists and we hurt our hands, so. You attempt to crush the ice with a swing of the hammer. A few shards of ice come off, but nothing more. Alright. Let's see what else we got. Alright, let's see if we just can't melt it. Sweet. You bring the lit torch close to the ice. It takes a few moments, but eventually the ice melts away, revealing a scroll hidden within. As you scan the scroll, one particular word almost seems to jump out at you. Agap. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with power, and quickly write down the strange marking in your spellbook. Before the scroll crumbles in your hands, you realize that you have learned a spell. Pretty sweet. Let's check out what the spell symbol looks like. Okay. Alright, now let's try to use our orb on this water. Sweet! As you release the ice elemental, you fumble with the ice orb, dropping it into the lake. Immediately, the still water freezes into a solid sheet of ice. Excellent work. Alright. Let's go walk over to that skeleton. You make your way across the slippery ice towards the chained skeleton. The skeletal remains of some unfortunate soul are chained securely to this rock. You carefully remove the key from around the skeleton's neck. Okay. Yorick pipes up. Quick question. You do know we are on a quest, right? Shut up, skeleton. You untie the blindfold from the skeleton's head and place it in your pack. You survey the skeletal remains. You can't help but wonder what one must have done to deserve a fate like this. Alright. Let's go ahead and head back. And let's go back up. Oops. And capture this water elemental. Oh, I guess we lost our orb. I didn't know that was a one-time use item. Can we take back the orb? Alright, so we're going to melt the ice. The heat from the torch melts the ice around the silver orb, freeing it. The ancient artifact rises to the surface of the frozen lake. Alright. Now we're gonna capture you, you water spirit. Come on with us. Alright, let's go through here. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, heading downstairs. Alright, so last time I tried messing with this, I punched this mirror, shattered it, showing some metal behind it, but I kept cutting myself when I touched it, so let's see if we can't smash it up a bit with our hammer. Nice. You rear back and strike the mirror with the hammer. The glass falls away from the flame, revealing a door behind it. Alright. Let's see if this key will open it. You insert the key and turn it. The door unlocks and you throw away the key. As you open the door, a wave of heat slams into you, making your eyes water. Oh, wonderful. Gonna do a quick save. Sounds like we're going into an unpleasant location. A wave of heat washes over you as you move into the next room. An intense heat, surely from the unearthly fire before you, fills this large room. As you head for the far door, a bright point of in a swirl of fire, the singularity explodes and fashions itself into a creature out of your worst nightmare. The beast hisses at you, blocking your way. How about some water? Hopefully it doesn't go wasted. Once released from the silver orb, the water elemental immediately extinguishes the flames in the fire pit before disappearing. The effect of the fire drake is disastrous. Unable to feed upon the magical flames, the dragon's power ebbs, and the thing vanishes in a cloud of acrid smoke and feeble sparks. Alright. That's what you get for messing with this. The door sticks a little, but when you put your shoulder to it, it finally opens. How does that go? Out of the dragon's den into the furnace? York asked brightly. Silencing York. York already mentioned that you can speak to him to get hints. He also has a tendency to mouth off every now and then. If you would like York to keep his quips to a minimum, simply click on him and then select the hit icon. Repeat the process if you want him to pipe up again. Alright. Veins of light colored rock are pressed into the darker granite of the cave walls. Alright. So we do have a couple gears in our pack that look a lot like the gears present. Let's place one there. You let out a sigh of relief as the gear slips into place with a click. Okay. An ancient wrought iron gate rests securely within its carved stone frame. This type of grate can only be operated via a spell to raise or lower it. Okay. Let's try out our new spell, see if that works on it. After a tense moment of holding your breath, you release a spell with a word. The magic backfires in a spectacular fashion that would be funny if it didn't hurt so much. You visualize the glyph in your mind and focus your will. When the pressure builds up to an uncomfortable level, you release the spell with a word. The power manifests in a spectacular fashion, but does little else. Alright, trying our last spell that we have available. Alright, I wonder if we need to cast it over on the larger gear or possibly the gate itself. I did notice my outfit flashing, so it looks like we can wear this bandage. You take off the mask and wrap the blindfold around your head. Okay. I don't look like a fool anymore. Let's see if Yorick has any hints for us here. This mechanism is controlled by magic. The gate will open only if you use the correct spell on it. You might want to be heading for the castle proper if memory serves. It's that way, Yorick finishes without indicating which direction he is referring to. Thanks a lot. You take stock of yourself, concerned about the stabbing pains in your stomach and the spreading green pallor of your skin. However, the iron shield strapped across your arm gives you some measure of comfort. Okay. Let's go ahead and try out some of our spells on the larger gear. Okay. No go on the gear with the second spell. Alright, so we might have to do some backtracking, see if we can't find another spell. Let's see. Actually, let's go back and let's try it on the grid itself. Alright. Hey, you let out a long breath, gather your will, and chant the spell. The breeze falls from the rocks above as the iron gate responds, lifting with a shudder and a squeal and opening the way forward. Open skeleton. You go through the torn clothes of the dead figure. A rolled piece of parchment is all that catches your fancy. Another spell, maybe? You unroll the scroll, careful not to damage the parchment. You read the elegant writing of the scroll. Brother Delden, please see to it that the circle chamber is prepared for the ritual. The circle dais was in need of some repair the last time we performed the initiate spell on it. We have a young candidate ready for initiation. Once the rite is performed on the platform, please bestow on him all authority and privilege commensurate with an acolyte of the order. It is signed with an archaic letter L. You pull with all your might, but the rune will not budge an inch from the wall. Perhaps it's enchanted in some way. Firmly attached to the wall, this rune glows with power. Truly, this must have belonged to one of the wizards of the circle. Okay. Let's see if we can't cast a spell on it, maybe. Alright. Not sure if casting spells on those will actually do anything. Let's head on in. This vast chamber was dominated by an intricately carved circle, wreathed by 12 stone thrones. Power pulsates from mystical symbols set within the floor. Alright, I see a scroll. Let's go ahead and take that. While much of the scrolls faded, one part still stands out. And in the end, the evil shall be thrice defeated and thrice return. The first shall raise a warder to bar the gates from opening. The second shall raise one of the carefree to travel the path of luck. The last shall raise a raven to remake what was undone. The letter is signed Gabriel and includes a glyph which shows 4 vertical lines of varying height. And there's an obelisk hanging out back here. Adorned with strange carvings, the glyphs and glyphs, the stone obelisk emits an inner hum that assures you it can be powered by a simple magical invocation. Let's try out our latest spell on it. Okay, that didn't do much. No luck there. Your eyes roll back in your head as you focus your will on the stone obelisk. You whisper the word Invocan and unleash the spell. The image of Lakmir materializes from within.
Listen carefully to my words, boy. There were many who followed the path of the One. Worthy were they, and I counted them as brothers and sisters. Now only I remain. He who is called Timeless. I have fought the good fight, sending many of Talimar's horde back to the depths that spawned them. And though my power is beyond that of mortal man, it is not without limit. But why do I appear before you thus? Am I a ghost? No. Surely I am more than that. This is naught but a projection. As my living being has sought shelter within my tower, it is here I continue my studies to aid you in what ways I can. I grow weary, but know this. I have glimpsed a vast power at the foundation of this castle. This power the Warlock Lord covets above all else. But he fears as well. A hero from the line of the ancients. Or so says Gabriel the Bard. Gird yourself against what is to come, simple soldier. And forsake me not. Follow the ways of the circle. Stray not from its path.
Stray not from its path, he finishes, as his form fades away to nothing. Alright. Let's try to open that door up there. Let's go ahead and head through that. Not unlike the image in your dreams, the entrance to the inner keep of Castle Shadowgate stands before you, set with a heavy wooden drawbridge. There, we got a well, some rope, and some gears. Take the rope. And the images, or I'm sorry, the windows up there are flashing too. Let's do a quick save. Alright, so we got a grapple, and we got some rope. Let's combine them. You take the rope and tie it securely around the iron hook. The result resembles a grappling hook. Displaying an expertise you did not know you possess, you swing the grappling hook about your head a few times and let it fly. The hook catches in the window slit of the castle wall. You jump down into the muddy moat before using the hanging rope to pull yourself up and into the window above. This room is dry as a bone and apparently houses the mechanism that raises and lowers the drawbridge. A hum of power travels along the machinery. Let's take the scroll. You read the words on the scroll, noting its letter addressed to the wizard Greylord. My friend, I will remain secure in my demesne here in the Gatekeeper Mountains, guarding the northern passage. Look for my signal pyre. If more come from the north, I regret that I must bring my most formidable pet with me, since only I can control it. The name Uthalim is signed in a flourish at the bottom of the page. Alright, let's flip this switch. You swap the lever with your open hand. With a rumble, the chain moves and gears begin to turn. There's an unmistakable sound of a drawbridge being lowered outside. This type of iron cauldron was forged for one purpose, releasing boiling oil into attacking forces. Okay. You throw a mighty roundhouse punch at the crate, smashing it wide open. Okay. Let's try breaking that one. You shake your head, wondering what would have compelled you to destroy this fine crate. Alright. Let's go ahead and head back down. You test the secured rope, scamper out the window, and successfully rappel down the slick wall. Alright. Let's take a look at this well. You pinch your nose in disgust. The stench of decay rising from this old stone well is nauseating. Let's head on in. Taking a deep breath, you saunter across the drawbridge into the inner castle. We unlocked an achievement called Infiltrator. Congratulations, you've earned the Infiltrator achievement. Whoa, as you enter the grand hallway, a goblin jumps out from the shadows, surprising you with a war cry. While you backpedal, the beast tightens its grip on its weapon. Okay. How about a sword for you? With more speed than you thought possible, the goblin anticipates your move and brings down its wickedly pointed cudgel. The weapon penetrates deep into your brain and puts an end to your brief yet adventure-filled life. No! Today, death is claimed a hero of the realm. Alright. Well, we're going to call it quits for tonight, and we'll pick up at the entrance of Shadowgate in our next playthrough. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.